What's up guys, TheMerryGamer here, and welcome back to Cities Skylines. And once again we are back here trying to expand our city or our town of Royal Tunbridge Wells. And as I said in the last episode, this episode I really want to try and push for the ore, because as we saw last time when we go natural resources and we hit this guy here, this big blue tinge is all ore. And as you can see, what have we got? We have got we've got 118,196 units of ore, and we haven't used any of it. So, and we only use 130. Like, we got a lot of forestry. Like, eventually we can harvest all this ore, and when it dies out, we can transform the entire suburb into the forestry or something else. I don't know, but we're gonna go for the ore. We need to start pushing for it. So that's gonna bring in a lot of pollution. But what I'm gonna do is, the first thing I'm going to do is change the way we've done this. So we're going to bring in another connection. So I'm going to bring a one-way street out. So because do I want one way? Because they're coming in this way, and but this is two-way, isn't it? If I remember correctly. Yeah, it's two-way on both sides. Let's hit one speed. So what we're going to do, we're going to do this, and we're going to go up. Let's go up to 1/400. And then I want to curve it. What should we do? Like 1,200 or something. So now let's pause this again and do the same here. So we're going to go up 400. But just go up over and then do 1,200 there. So we've just made an extra way of people getting into the city to kind of take down that traffic flow that's happening a lot in the center here. So this is what we're going to do. And hopefully that will help with the traffic and just make it flow a bit better. So if people are coming purely to go down here, they will hopefully go down the center. You know, if they're coming just here, they'll hopefully come down this way and this way. And for exiting as well, since you drive on the left hand side of the road that we got set here, I'm hoping the trucks will go up this way and take the heavy traffic from the industry out this way. But they're still turning here. And see if I see that he turns there. Where are those trucks gonna go? Yeah, because they're still coming down here. So what I need to do is I'm actually going to de-zone these things here. We're not gonna have industry in these areas anymore. So let's just come over here. Kind of got a bit of. Is that like yeah, that I am trying to undo those tiles, but they're not. Oh yeah, there they go. They just took a while to go. So I just want to de-zone these, because I just kind of don't want any of that stuff in this area. I don't mind the houses, but yeah, the industry I want in this area. But now what we're going to do is residential. They're wanting a massive boost in residential, so we're going to give it to them. We're having more and more power issues once again. So we're gonna have to up. We've got a lot of these guys going. So I'm gonna actually put 2 of these down. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna go a third. So we've got a lot of windmills along here. But the problem is that these windmills are actually in the area that we need to go to eventually. But anyway, that's how it runs at the moment. So that's where our power is. They want more residential, so we're going to give them more residential. And I kind of don't want. I want this to be its own suburb, but I feel like this is going to have to come down a tiny bit. So we're going to grab this road and grab from here. No, we want a straight road. Oh, it wants a curved though. It wants it curved. I don't want it curved. If I take from here, can I? No, it definitely wants it curved. Okay. Well, we'll do it from here. We'll see if we might be able to connect it up. So we're going to go down to 800. Going to come across to here. we're going to do that. And we've been doing blocks of 400. If that's correct. So go across here. That. So we could change how this little bit works here, because if we go like there, we might have to have a little curve in there apparently, or maybe we put like a little road there to expand it a bit. So if we put a road there, then can I get a road that goes straight here? Yes, I can. So then we could do that. Then we can do that, and that kind of just fixes that little corner that we're having an issue in. But this is all new residential area, so we're going to grab the residential, and we're going to up the ante with this. So let's grab this, and let's do a big... Oh no, not that. Let's grab you. Come on, swap over. So now we're going to do a big residential push. And there's an issue with doing that, because now, if I just dezone this, is there still a little square in there? I think there was. We're going to turn this into... No, come back to residential, you jerk. Alright, let's do that, that, and residential is going to go there. So now that's happening there. Let's just have a look at our water system. So our water's still covering, but it's not covering all of it. So we're going to have to grab this pipe and just bring it out a tiny bit. And now let's get off the water. And as you can see now, the industry is starting to climb. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to go here. And we're literally, this is in the ore area. So we're going to have to grab the road, and we're going to drag this road out to about 1600. And then I want to drag this road down to about 1600 as well. So now if we go ores, you can see we're covering it really nicely. We even could, because what's going to happen is that we were doing 400, so then this is going to have to come up to 1600, which is okay. We can connect up here and connect over here. Apparently it doesn't like that. Let's go from this direction. There we go. Made it like it. So this is all going to turn into some big industry area. And we're doing like every 400, weren't we? We're putting in... Was it 400? No, it was every 800. We've been putting in a... road, so let's put in a road here, but it doesn't like us cutting through, so we're gonna have to do it in 2 parts. So there's our grid system that we're following, and now let's go over here and let's have a look here. If we go up another, so we can go another 800 and do that, and the landfill just fits in absolutely perfectly. So we're gonna go down here now, and we're gonna go 400 again. So we're spending a lot of money on roads, but we're going to really up the industry going soon. So now that's happened. And we can run this all the way down to meet with this. And actually, we just made a little mistake there. So let's go back. Let's hit the guy here. And let's just bulldoze you. Let's go back here. And let's go across to this. And there we go. So that's connected there. Now let's go up here. We want to go to 800. Actually, no, these guys are working in 400s. So no, I needed to go 1 back. I think, no, we need to go back up here and make sure we get the right place. So let's mark you out. And we'll get this all perfectly gridded out, because then we'll optimize every bit of resources that we have. So if I do that, and we connect across here. So now, if we click here, we're practically in every little bit of this zone. There's still some more down here, that we can work into. But what we've got set up at the moment is pretty good. Like, I don't think we can extend down here a bit later, but for now I'm happy with how it looks. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a second district over here. So districts, we're going to make this, and we're going to turn this into a secondary district. Just for now, we're going to combine the two districts eventually. But for now, we're going to have them as two separate ones. And then this can come down here a tiny bit. And what are we going to call this place? Let's call this... no, let's go here. So let's call this the Royal Ore Factory. Royal Ore Factory. And what we could actually do is put a coal processing plant here, which is another form of energy. So what we're going to do, we're going to have that there, and then we're going to click on this bloody bird. I tell you what, can I put like, I think if you do that again, I think it makes an X in him. But now we want to go districts, and we're going to turn this. But we haven't unlocked the ore industry. So we've got that marked out. We've got it marked out and ready. So we're going to start making this just normal industry for now. But what's eventually going to happen is that we're going to turn this into a big industry. So what I need to do actually is probably do a little line here for them to gain power. Actually, no, they'll grab power from there, I think, won't they? Yeah, they'll grab power from that. So now the industry, we're about to have a big industry boom, which is fantastic, which is what we needed. What are these guys complaining about? Oh, you guys are complaining about noise. Well, I don't really want houses there, so we're going to get rid of these houses because you're right on the highway. So this is all going to de-zone, and you guys aren't going to be living there, and you're not going to be complaining about noise anymore because you ain't going to be there. So let's do that. Let's de-zone this. You know, de-zone these little bits here. So these areas here are kind of going to be wasted, but also turn into more decorative things. You know, because we have unique buildings. So, and unique buildings is something I wouldn't mind starting. So we can place Statue of Liberty. That because I bought the deluxe pack, and that one is 210,000. Its upkeep is 3,200 a week. So you know, you have places like Eiffel Tower. You know, we also have... So these are some of the monuments. I wouldn't mind putting the Arc of... I think it's Arc de Triomphe? Yep, Arc de Triomphe. And I wouldn't mind putting it right here in the center. So, you know, you enter the city, you see the Arc de Triomphe there. But then, you know, we've got all these other buildings and that, but we can't... We haven't unlocked... Well, I think we... Yeah, we haven't unlocked some of these yet, but these are some big, unique buildings. So, what else do we want to do? I want to pause this for a second, because I think the industry has boomed. Yes, it has over there. I actually want to do education. I want to get some schools in, because we have no education in this area. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab an elementary school, and we might put an elementary... okay, so it doesn't cover great distances. If I did a high school, they have a bigger coverage. So if I put like a high school there, it would cover that entire district. But we don't need high schools just yet because we don't have anyone doing primary school. So we need to put a school over here. We need to probably put another one right here. And then I should have school coverage entirely. So if I just hit education again. Let's hit... So if I just hit you... No, I can't select it. So, but that's education there. I wouldn't mind doing medical as well. So we're going to put a bit of some of these things in now. So this is a medical clinic. We're going to put the clinic not right on the edge because we need to continue a road down. But actually, no, you know what? I might put him in the heart. There we go. If I put him in the heart, he's going to work really nicely. And that's going to make all these people happy. So we've got medical, no, we've got fire, we got police, we got garbage way over to the other side, and the landfill's getting there. landfill storage, landfill capacity. We might even potentially look at putting in another one of these, because they do actually cover this not too great down here, but they do cover it. If I put in another one, it might just help. So what I might do is grab the road, expand the road down. So we're going to have the landfills go across this area here. So this is going to kind of be like the edge of our place, and this is where the landfills will continue to go. So if I do that, yes, it made it there. And it made these guys a bit unhappy because it's landfill, but it's alright, it's alright. We can, it's industry, it doesn't bother me too much, because this is going to be a pollution heavy, just shithole practically. So you're going to have like the really shitty sort of pollution area, and then you're going to have like the really nice residential, and then running through all here you're going to have like CBD, businesses, offices, commercial, all that sort of stuff. So let's just have the world go on fast forward for a little bit, and let's see what happens. Why are you cutting down all the trees? I hope you cut... Okay, something about the trees. So there's people complaining about the little forestry district we got. We're going to combine that, but look at the residential. Residential's starting to pick up a bit. But now I kind of wouldn't mind changing this a tiny bit. It's very boxy, it's very gridded, and I wouldn't mind changing a bit and bringing in a bit of pattern. So we're going to change how this is going to look now. We're going to curve it off. So we're going to go down 800. I think 800 would be the best one. We can come across here and link down here, and this is how we're going to cap off this. This is going to be its own district as well, but this is going to be how we kind of end off this area. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go grab curved, and we're going to line it up here. We're going to bring it in there. So we're going to add a curve to the district and kind of just curve it in a bit, and you know, kind of just change the roads up a bit instead of being so square and blocky, and just makes it look a bit... Oh, we don't have water going to you, do we? Ah, you're just outside of that range, aren't you? Okay, so what we need to do is we need to go up 440, if you remember the magical number. So there's 440. And then this is we need to redo this to make it get straight, so because we kind of messed up a bit. So we'll do that. And so that will make because we kind of made all the pipes go at an angle, so we're going to have to kind of do an extra pipe here because of that mess up. Oh, not enough money. We've been spending too much money, have we? Okay, well let's just let it run a little bit. Actually, to save a bit of money, we could actually run the pipe down here and then run it back up this way. And there we go. So we've kind of got a bit of a funny pipe system here, but that's kind of to recorrect that angle that we were doing originally. So we've just spent a whole bunch of money. And, you know, we spent a lot of money on the roads, getting this right, and, you know, we want to make this good. So, I think, was there a power issue there a second ago? I think someone's complaining about power. So, yeah, you know, we're spending a lot of money on power, and I feel like these guys just aren't producing enough energy. We really need to start getting some of these going, and these don't unlock for quite some time. So, I think these are 6,000, so we need to get another one of those to get the energy up. I think I wouldn't mind getting a coal plant. Use coal to produce electricity, creates heavy pollution, but if this area is going to be heavy pollution, then so be it. So we can now get another one of these, so let's plop down one of these. And there we go, so that's going to help the energy just a tiny bit, not by much, but it will just help it just a tad. And now we can... Oh, a building just upgraded. So buildings can upgrade and change and all that sort of stuff. So, but unfortunately we haven't got to the next... I think the next milestone is 2,500. So we're almost at that milestone to the point that we can actually set this up as a proper ore processing area. And don't forget, we've unlocked the area that has trains, but we don't have train stations yet. And ideally, I'd like to have train stations linked up here and linked across to here, so it's a simple export and import system for the ore area. And we're still racking in the money, which I'm happy about. I'm actually going to put in a second road in here because we have wasted space here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up 400 and curve it back in, so we have a double curve. So it's a bit odd, but it actually helps a tiny bit. But residential is still something that we're desperately earning for. So let's grab this, and I actually need to check my pipes. Okay, so we have to be a bit careful where we're placing this because we only can really do in these areas, otherwise we're going to not have enough pipes in this part here. So that's okay to do there. And eventually what I'll do is that along here, this will also probably have train stations as well. So for people that are coming just for the residents, they can get here. So now industry is starting to rise up again and they want a bit more. So we're going to do these 3 blocks. And this area is going to be ready to go straight away. And we're going to upgrade it to an ore processing area when we unlock ore. So when we look here, I think, is it here or here? I can't remember where we have to press to find our milestones, but I think it's actually here. It's 3,000 I think we need. No, it's 2,600, so we're almost there. And when we do that, we unlock the ore industry, so we're just almost there. And then we can actually transform that entire district into something else. Uh-oh, a building. Yep. Oh, there's more power issues, but yes, we have upgraded. What's that achievement? Power at your fingertips. So now we've unlocked a new area, so we can buy another tile yet again. We've also unlocked transport and buses and level 3 unique buildings. So transport, I think it's just buses. The next set of transport is trains, and that's what we need to get to start setting up the proper ore industry. We've also unlocked new policies, so we've got recycling and recreational use. And here comes the best bit. We unlock a whole bunch of new roads. And, oh, there we go. We've unlocked the hydro, or like the advanced windmills, which produce so much more energy. And we can actually get rid of most of those windmills and put these out on the ocean. And we've also unlocked cemeteries. Now, cemeteries are very crucial in the game because when a person dies, if you don't have a cemetery, they're not going to get escorted to the cemetery and buried, and they're just going to occupy that house, and then eventually the house becomes abandoned, and it makes your residents unhappy. So cemeteries are very key to this game to making, you know, the process of people moving in and out, you know, living and dying actually a bit more smoother instead of having to go through much longer process. So what we're going to do, we're going to pause this, and before we go, we're going to get actually a cemetery down. So grab a cemetery, and where do we need it? So what's the coverage? So it does have quite a big coverage. So if this is residential, but if I put this down here, that covers the entire residence of this area, and it also covers in the center over here at the roundabout, because people can die at work, and if you die at work, you're going to go to a cemetery straight away. So if I put this here, we've got a cemetery near the houses. It's going to make them all happy. It's going to make them all covered, and it just makes it a bit easier for ourselves. Now we've also got crematorium as well, but that's something we unlock way down into the future. And I think, what's this one as well? A hospital. That's also coming up soon. So what I want to do now is go back to, well, we have districts, but before we do that, I'm going to select this district and zone buildings in the district. So it's only got this in there, and now we're going to, oh no, we can go here, and we're going to turn this into an ore processing district. So now we got what we achieved to do this episode, and we're going to start producing ore. So when we hit that, all these buildings are going to start changing, which is fantastic. It's exactly what we want them to do. And I actually want to build another district. So we're going to go here. And I know that these guys are a bit unhappy, so that's okay for now. But yes, we're going to grab this tool here and go across. And we got city planner, so I think that's for making several districts. So we're going to just bring this all the way down. And you're going to be a part of that. And then let's just bring the screen down a bit. So this is going to be one of the districts. And this is going to be a big residential district. And this is probably going to be the end of this residential district. And we're not going to really expand too much on it. So if we do that and just paint up here. I wouldn't mind, like this area here is technically supposed to be residential as well. So even though they're commercial buildings, I think at the moment, they're going to be changed to residential. And there we go. So that's that district there, which is called Lynch Hills. And I think I might keep the name there, or if any of you guys come up with an interesting name, post it in the comments and we'll change it there if it's interesting enough. But I wouldn't mind now selecting this place and have a look at policy. I think if I go the district policies, this is some of the things that we can look at doing in the future, and it's something I haven't pulled up yet, but we haven't got too many policies yet. But you know, we can do like water usage, power usage, smoking bans, all that sort of stuff. So this is mainly a residential with a bit of commercial as well. And let's just go over here. So this is turning into a massive ore, and you can already see the pollution just pouring into the world because these things just cause a lot of pollution. But anyway, I think I'm going to call this it. The only other thing, we've got 49,000, so I'm tempted to look at the other power things because these bars, and see, as you can see, the lush gold beaches are now being dumped with sewage, so not very good at all. Ideally, I would like my sewage to go in here. So to get that to happen, I would have to have these tiles and have the sewage for the whole area linked up over here. But that's actually a good thing. We should check water power. Yeah, see, so our power and everything, we're still doing reasonably well, so we don't need to put any new ones of those. But I'm thinking we might want to put in a coal power plant, which I know makes a lot of power itself, but would be interesting to have them maybe lined up somewhere, maybe actually like along here where these windmills are eventually. But see, like these guys here produce, how much do you produce? 0 to 8 megawatts, and then how much does this produce? 0 to 20, so it's literally as good as 2 of these, or 2 and a bit. So they're very, very good. And then this thing produces 40 megawatts, so it's massive. And then you have, eventually you have oil power plants, which produce 120. You have hydro power plants, which are like dams and stuff like that. That's like 1600. And then you also have, I think this is solar power plants, which is something I probably will eventually want to go to, which don't produce as a lot of energy, but if you have a lot of them, they do. But anyway, I'm waffling. I need to stop the end this episode, guys. So as usual, hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you all have an awesome day, and I'll all see you in the next one. So catch you later, guys.